The next show we're going to be talking about is Masamune no Revenge. Masamune-kun no Revenge.
That's on you on this one. That's totally on you. I was waiting for it. I'm like, no. I looked at this one and I had like a brief maybe, but I don't know. It seemed like it was going to be one of those that are a little too predictable.
Okay.
So.
This show is done by Silverlink, and there's another show this season that's Silverlink that I'm interested in. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it is the story description is: as an overweight child, Makabe Masamune was mercilessly teased and bullied by a particular girl, Adagaki Aki. Determined one day to exact his revenge upon her, Makabe begins a rigorous regimen of self-improvement and personal transformation. Years later, Masamune re-emerges as a new man, handsome, popular, perfect grades, and good at sports. Masamune transfers to Aki's school and is unrecognizable to her. Now Masamune is ready to confront the girl who bullied him so many years ago and humiliate her at last. But will his revenge be as sweet as he thought? So, from the trailer, I don't think I saw any like bullying or anything. And the one thing that I did notice is that at the end, it showed the characters that we were watching in current day. It showed them as kids, so I knew that there was going to be some type of flashback. I do. Let's see. I'm interested in the show because of Silverlink, and I like the shows that they do. As far as the premise, it looks like it looks like the second half of something that you would normally watch. When I think of this concept, I think of it as you are. Oh, there we go. What is that one show where the kids?
That one show.
They were supposed to make a movie for it. Like it was supposed to be a season 2 movie or something like that, and it kept getting pushed back. God. And they it's kind of like Sword Art Online, but instead of having the whole headset, they have like this thing, and they like transfer to a different world. And they have like superpowers and fight. And well, basically they took something like this premise and they added like the fantasy and everything to it. But you actually see the guy like being kind of a social outcast and being bullied, and then you see him get his revenge. And for this show, it seems like it's the tail end of that. It's after that it's taken place, and you only see the revenge part. But then because he was so focused on the revenge part, it looks like it looks like the audience is going to see more of like how human she is, and when he gets his revenge, we're not really going to be on his side. We're going to be on the girl's side.
See, I don't think that. I think what we're gonna see. This is my prediction for this one. This is why I don't really much care to watch this one, because I think I've already kind of like figured it out in my mind as far as what's gonna happen. So you see him get bullied, he gets picked on, he gets teased, he gets all sorts of just horribleness pushed upon him, and then he does this transformation to himself, which, hey, kudos to him. But you'll see him go there, and he'll start to act out his revenge, but something will stop him. Either by coincidence, something happens and he can't enact his full revenge, or like she basically says like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are," or something of that nature, and basically it stops him. And then, like, I guess maybe he might end up finding out more information in some way, like maybe just like a tidbit that gets him curious, and then he'll start actually going in deeper and trying to figure stuff out, like why it is that she is the way she is, what happened in her life during that time frame. And then the more he finds out, the more he starts to actually feel for her, and eventually they get together. that's kind of where I see this kind of going to.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not to say that it's necessarily a bad premise, but I feel like it's a premise that we've just seen so many times before, and I'm like, come on, can we do a little something different? Can we try a little bit more? You know, yeah. And I mean, looking at the genres for it, it's a comedy, ecchi, romance, slice of life. So I can see like the shenanigans are gonna be there, the tomfoolery, just like him just like awkward situations, and you know, eventually he's gonna get to that point where he wants to be with her. I mean, it's just even like the tags. Also, someone else had it on here saying harem, and I see like in the picture they've got like 2 girls standing with him as well. So I'm sure since now he's become like the pretty boy, you know, athlete or whatever, he'll now be the one that all the girls want to get with. And he only wanted that, you know, eventually when he finds out about her, he'll want to get with her, but because of like his previous comments or statements to her, he now has to like work to, you know, it's anyways. Like I get where it's probably going to end up going. I kind of see where that goes, and I mean it's a story old as time, and I think it's just, unless they really do something different with it, I'm not sure how much I'm going to appreciate it. So
okay, yeah. I don't know. I hope they focus more on the current day situation, because I don't know. I kind of don't want to see like the horrible childhood that apparently he had, and all of that bullying.
I don't think we'll see much of that. I think we'll more see just like you'll see snippets of that, so that way you as the audience will probably feel for him. Mm-hmm. And then you'll see more of the, you know, now figuring out why it was that what caused for her to do that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I really think it's going to go deep in regards to that, because I mean, these are the same people who did Kokoro Connect, and that went pretty deep in a lot of ways for that as well. So
yeah,
I mean, I guess we'll go ahead.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the 2 girls on the sides. I'm curious how they play into the story, because it looked like they might be after him, and then they might be the reason why he can't get to the girl at first to exact his revenge or something. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm just curious, because like one of them seems kind of bashful, and then one seems kind of like she's up to something. So
I have suspicions of you.
Yeah. So. I will check that out. I'll let you know if it's awesome if you don't check it out.
Absolutely. Let me know. Let me know about that one.
All right. All these magical beings flying everywhere, and she's like flying in the sky doing all these magic tricks, and she's like totally excited, and she wants to grow up to be just like her. So what she does is she enrolls in this witch school to become properly trained as a witch.
But she commands an army. I'm like, okay, you just like blew my mind with this now, because you're like, you just described like an adorable little girl, and yet she's scary looking at the same time, and she commands an army. This is weird. But anyways, yeah, apparently she can fly.